What do you propose doing about the problem of corruption in Congress, specifically legislators beholden to special interests and lobbyists?
Plan to run for Congress. But this is really what this race, my candidacy, is all about. It is about taking back our government for the people, of the people, by the people. My opponent gets large amounts of contributions from political action committees that have ties to big business. Before he moved into this district 2 years ago to run for the open seat, he worked for a huge lobbying firm, Venable LLP, that has among its clients major military contractors. When he got back into Congress, he got on Homeland Security and House Appropriations Committee, which influences how billions of dollars are spent, including money going to those major military contractors. He gets an inordinate amount of contributions from individuals who are employees of Venable LLP. He has been described in a New York Times article as part of the revolving door phenomenon. We need to have grassroots candidates around the country who are who represent the people and not the special interest. That's the type of democracy that our founders of our country envisioned. And I think the special interest problem is the #1 problem in our democracy today.
I didn't think I was going to have to defend my old law firm, Venable. Ben Civiletti heads that up. Ben Civiletti, former Democratic Attorney General of the United States, considered one of the most outstanding members of the United States Bar, a man of impeccable credentials. He was the one that, the major person that asked me to come to join that firm. And as far as I know, I did no work for any military contractors. Golly. When I went back to Congress, I raised a voice of concern about what I considered to be the inordinate arrogance of Congress and the leadership. I talked within our own conference time and again how we had to make some changes with our leadership. I was one of those who made the effort to tell Tom DeLay it was time for him to go. I was one of those who said that all the leaders of the Republican majority in the House ought to be up for a new vote, because I thought we ought to have straight answers as to where they are and what happened in the past. I was one of those who worked on new ethics laws in the Congress of the United States. When I was Attorney General, I prosecuted people for violating laws in this state. I put 2 sheriffs in prison who had actually been supporters of mine. I prosecuted a statewide office holder. I investigated many, many others. So, sir, I have worked on the issue of ethics and anti-corruption my entire political career. And to suggest that someone who has done that ought not to be in office is passing strange. The fact of the matter is, you get good people who are committed to good principles working in the House and working in the Senate, and you will get good government.
Information I have from the best sources that I have is that my opponent was fined $30,000 by the California Fair Political Practices Committee for failing to report in-kind contributions during his race for governor. The information I have is that he took $10,000 from indicted former Congressman Tom DeLay's Political Action Committee, and then voted the same as Tom DeLay over the period of a year or more. He introduced an amendment to an already weak House ethics bill that would allow congressmen to continue to take trips paid for by special interest. And according to an article in the Sacramento Bee, he's taken 10 such trips over the past year.
At least 4, if not 6 of those trips that are counted as special interest trips are trips that I take to return to Los Angeles to sit on a private foundation that gives away $7 million in grants to educational programs around this country. They pay for my plane fare, and they pay for me to stay overnight, and yes, they give me a meal when I'm at the meeting. That's hardly high flying. I don't know where to begin with your responses. I'll put my record of honor on the table anytime you want to put yours. Don't question me about things that you misstate. If you think going to meetings for a private foundation to give away money to schools around this state is wrong, then say that's what you're talking about.